Hi everyone, sorry for the weird perspective, but I'm in Florida right now and I just got over a hurricane, so my room's a mess. But that being said, uh, I've I noticed a lot of you asking what some of the signs of H. pylori are, and so I thought I would just share briefly some of the signs that I experienced personally when I had H. pylori. Um, I noticed whenever I went out to eat with my friends, I would just get really nauseated and bloated afterwards to the point where I would go home and have to throw up or um, just feel nauseous for hours. And I only really noticed that when I went to outside uh, places like I went to Panda Express once with a friend. These are places I had been to before. And I ate there and I felt really sick after. Um, I went to Chipotle once and I like started feeling hot flashes like I was going to throw up and I had to leave. Um, but yeah, that's when I started noticing something's wrong here. Um, I also, as it progressed, I went to an outside concert event and um, I started getting hot flashes there and horrible um, stomach pains and nausea all at once. It was just boom, like just hit out of nowhere. Had to leave that. That was very uncomfortable. Um, I remember also dealing with lots of burping. Um, just this overwhelming sense of, air, like gas being trapped, and I would burp sometimes for hours, like not getting any relief, just pain from that. Um, and I, while I had H. pylori and while I was struggling through killing it off naturally, and that's what I did. If you haven't seen my first video on my channel, is how I actually got rid of H. pylori naturally without antibiotics. Praise God. And I'm doing well since it hasn't come back. Um, so, well, what I was experiencing during that time was just a sense that your stomach is never okay. Um, Walking around, my stomach just never felt normal. Um, and that's something hard to describe unless you've experienced it. But I mean, I remember when I was starting to get better, I would notice times where I would sit and think and be like, oh my gosh, I can't feel my stomach right now. And just get excited because I can't feel my stomach. But here's something really unusual that I experienced. My stomach would never growl. It stopped growling completely. And I remember um, while I was taking, natural supplements for, a month or so, month and a half, and um, just having had, stomach pain for probably like 3 months at that point, because I wasn't able to see a doctor for a while. I remember being in church, and at this point, I was really believing that God was going to heal me and that Lord willing, it was going to be done naturally. um, but I remember I was sitting in church and I heard my stomach growl. And guys, I almost cried tears of joy because I was like, oh my gosh, it's been so long since I heard my stomach growl. And it was then that I really felt like I'm going to be cured naturally. Like, it's already working, I know that's like so silly, but my stomach never growled. So there was that, and yeah, mostly I didn't really deal with stomach pain, like raw feeling. as much when I had the bacteria. That was more after. When I had the bacteria, it was mostly nausea and um, air bubbles, just air getting trapped. So yeah. Oh, and here's a weird symptom that I found out is a common weird symptom: back pain. So I had stomach aches and back pain. Weird, I know. But yeah, so that was some of my symptoms, and I hope it helps you out. And I hope none of you have H. pylori, but if you have like all of these symptoms, then please go see your doctor and um, get a test done to see if you have it. And then after there, you know, find whatever method works best for you to eradicate it. Um, anyway, if you have any questions, just let me know, and I hope you have a good day. Bye.